Today we're going to talk about two-digit by one-digit multiplication. So you can see here I have 17 times 5. So I could do repeated addition because repeated addition is the same as multiplication. So you can see here I have 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17, 5 17. So I could add all those up together, but to me that seems like a lot of work. And when you get to fourth grade, you're going to have more difficult problems like 265 times 41. You could add up 265 41 times, but that would take forever and isn't really the best use of your time. So there's definitely an easier way to do this, and this is what I'm going to show you today. So again, we'll go back to our problem, 17 times 5. So you might see from your parents, they might show you this way, 17 times 5. And the first thing we always do when we're multiplying is line up our numbers like this. Okay, so if they're side to side like this, we line them up on top of each other. It's the first thing we always do. So your parents might say, okay, we do 5 times 7, just 35. So I'll put my 5 here and carry my 3. And then 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 more is 8. So I get 85, which is great. And we just found the answer, but we don't really understand where that came from. So what we're going to do today is show you where that answer is coming from. So to do that, we're going to think about place value. So first I'm going to make 17. So you can see I have 1 10 and 7 ones. So 17. And we're multiplying that by 5. So what we did is we did the 5 times the 7 ones and then the 5 times the 10. So we can do 5 times the 7 ones, which would give us 35. So we'll do our 35 ones. Ooh, that was a lot of ones. All right, if I hit line those up, I can see I have 3 stacks of 10 plus 5 more ones. So that's really like having 3 10s plus 5 ones. Okay, but I still remember had the 5 ones that I had to multiply times the 10. So when I do that, 5 times 10 is 5 10s. So I had 5 10s here, which is 50. And then I add that 35. So I get 85. You can see here I have 85. So when we multiply like that, that's what we're really doing is multiplying the ones times the ones and then the ones times the tens to get that 85. So let me show you another way that we can solve this problem. We're going to think about place value in order to solve this 17 times 5. So if I look at 17, that's got a number in the ones place and in the tens place. So 17, we can expand out. And we have a 1 in the tens place, which I know a 1 in the tens place is 10. So its value is 10. And then it's got a 7 in the ones place, so 7. So we can see that here. A 10 because it's got that 1 in the tens place, and a 7 because it's got that 7 in the ones place. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we did before and line up our numbers like this. 17 times 5. So that's the first thing we always do is line them up like this. So it's the first thing we always do is line them up like this. And then I'm going to put my 2 problems over here based on the place value. So I'm going to do my ones first. So I have 5 times the 7 ones. So 5 times the 7 ones. And that answer is going to go there. And then I have 5, again, 5 times the 10. Because there's a 1 in the tens place. So then we're going to do 5 times the 10. Okay. 5 times 7, remember we said was 35. And see how I'm lining them up? The ones is with the ones, the tens is with the tens. 5 times 10, remember, was 50. And then when we add those together, 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. So we get 85 as our answer. Now we're going to try this in a word problem. So our problem here says Ms. Warren's class is collecting canned food to give to a food bank. If 4 cans of food are collected each day over a 19-day period, how many cans of food will Ms. Warren's class donate to the food bank? So first I'm going to go into my problem and underline the information it gives me. So Ms. Warren's class is collecting canned food to give to a food bank. If 4 cans of food are collected each day, so 4 each day, over a 19-day period, so 19-day period, how many cans of food will Ms. Warren's class donate to the food bank? Okay, so I can see that my problem here is 19 times 4. So I want to think about place value again for that 19. So I see it's got a 1 in the tens place and a 9 in the ones place. So I'm going to break that apart again. So 1 in the tens place I know is 10 plus 9 in the ones place. So 10 plus 9. And that equals that 19. Okay. So now remember the first thing that we always do is we're going to stack those numbers. So I have 19 times 4. And I'm going to put my line down to do my 2 problems over to the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is start here, and I'm going to do 4 times the 9. So 4 times that 9. And then I'm going to do 4 times the 10. I think about, but wait, that problem is hard for me because 9s are hard. Well, this tells you again 4 groups of 9, so I can draw the picture for it too. So I'm going to do 4 groups of 9. So that's 9. That's 9. That's 9. And that one's 9. So then I can count them up. So we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, okay. So 4 times 9 is 36. Remember, I'm lining those up. So the 6 is lined up with the 1s, the 3 is lined up with the 10s. Then 4 times 10, oh, I know 4 tens is 40. So then I'll line up my 40 and add those together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. So I just figured out that 19 times 4 is 76. And just to show you that the method your parents teaching you isn't wrong, but I want you to understand why it works that way. Okay, we do 19 times 4 like this. 4 times 9, 36. So I'm going to put my 3, or put my 6, carry my 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7, 76. So they both get the same answer, but this is why that works. When we divide it up by place value, you can see how you get that answer. Not just that it works that way, but why it works the way that it does. So that is using partial products for multiplication. So this new method is called partial products. And that's this method over here.